Hello, my name is Brian McAvoy and welcome to my video series on elections and voting. The purpose of this video series will be to educate and instruct the residents of Erie County, New York on how to become active and informed voters. And for this first video that you are watching, I will be instructing you on how to fill out your voter registration form accurately so that you can begin voting in the state of New York legally as soon as possible. Now let's start off with the reasons why you should vote. First, it's good citizenship. It's like volunteering, paying your taxes and obeying the laws. Second is that it can determine a winner. Don't believe what other people tell you about how rich people can just buy elections, because even with all their money, they only get one vote, which is just like you. Third is that even if you don't win, at least you can still send a message. Like if the election's very tight, politicians will understand that, they have to do better if they want to make the margin wider. And if the margin's very wide, you're sending them a message that at least they're doing something right for once. Okay, and so let's start off with looking at our form here. First, at the top section here, you will see mostly just, information on like how to register, requirements for registration, contact information if you need any help, and also, going to the DMV if you need to verify anything, but you'd like to avoid DMV. It's basically hell on earth, okay? So let's start off with the first step of filling out your registration form. Are you a U.S. citizen? That's pretty easy, and if you are not a U.S. citizen, why are you filling out this form? Okay, so just check yes, and then move on to step 2, which is, will you be 18 years old by election day? I am at least 23, so yes. And step 3, which is your name. Okay, my name is last name McAvoy, first name Brian, middle initial T. Suffix, that's just stuff like junior, senior, third, fourth, fifth, but I don't need that. So birthday, which is step 4, that would be March 6, 1993. And step number 5, that's your gender, male. Phone number, I'm not giving that away. I don't want any fan mail, okay? And my email, same deal. So just, I'll just scribble in there to show you just do that stuff without me having to give away personal info. Then address, I'm not giving that away. I don't want any stalkers. Suck. So that's step number 8. Step number 9 right here is just your mailing address if you have one that's different from your home address. So you can just basically skip this step if it's the same place as your regular address. And 10, voting history. Have you voted before? I have, yes. What year? Okay, the last year was 2015. You can, then for voting information has changed, this is, just in case you can skip this section if nothing has changed, like you haven't changed your name or you haven't moved around, so you can just ignore this part. And then that's step number 12. Now let's move on to step number 13. New York State DMV number, that's basically, your driver's license, and then your social security number. Not giving that away either. I don't want any identity theft. And you can, or if you don't have any of these things, just, check the third box. Okay, and then for political parties, this part is important because in New York State the primaries are closed, which means you cannot vote in the primaries unless you are registered with a party. So you can basically, at this point, you can either say no party, which means you won't be able to vote in primaries, but if you want to, you can roll in Democratic Party, Republican Party, Conservative Party, Green Party, Working Families Party, Independence Party, Women's Equality Party, Reform Party, or other. Let's say you want to vote for the, Pastafarian Party, but I don't think that even exists. So let's just, for the time being, just pick no party, just to avoid annoying anyone and revealing any personal biases. Okay, optional question, I need to apply for absentee ballot, or you'd like to be an election day worker? You can just ignore this. And then you have to do your activated, I swear affirm that I am a citizen of the United States, have lived in this area for at least 30 days before the election, that I meet all the requirements to vote in the state of New York, and that this is my signature in the box. You sign here, here, and you date. You know. And then at the other side here, you have to, you know, write your address here and then put a stamp here so you can, you know, mail this out to the election office. Alright, and the great thing about, you know, voter registration forms is you can actually, you know, register to be an organ donor at the same time, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. So, yeah, I'm registered as an organ donor too, which is all nice. And then after you fill out your registration form, you will get a card like this in the mail. Okay, the information up here is your polling center, which is where you have to go if you want to vote. I crossed out the address since I don't want anyone knowing where I live. That's my name, my address. Here's, you know, your serial number. I crossed that out. I don't want impersonators. And here you have your you know, town where you live, and then this number right over here, this is your district, you know, your congressional district, which is important since, you know, congressional districts can be very, you know, wonky in the way that they're designed. Like, you know, congressional districts can be just, you know, can cross streets, you know, basically just one half of the neighborhood will belong to a different district entirely, and then another half can, you know, belong to an entirely different district. That's gerrymandering, a topic for a very long video. And then here is your party's registration. D stands for, you know, Democratic. Okay, I've already revealed, you know, personal, you know, biases, but, you know, I'm keeping it out of here. But this just means I can vote in Democratic primaries in New York State. 8. So, yes, and, you know, you have to sign the back here with your name, and then down here you have the phone number for the election boards. You know, I can tell obviously that this, you know, everything's flipped around, so yeah, I'll put this information in the, you know, description box below. Okay, and that will be it. So, congratulations everyone, you made it through the first step. Now, for the next 2 videos, we'll be going over how to, oh yes, haha, it will be, oh yes, the offices that you will be voting for and how to find accurate sources for making your decisions on who to vote for. Okay, bye. See you next video.